I spent my first 15 years trying to get out of the woods because I thought it was horrible. And I spent the next 20 years trying to get back. The truth of the matter is we need to be well-rounded individuals like our forefathers were.
Again, y'all, we are live here in Appalachia. This is T, your host with Mountain Readiness for another episode. Don't know what the number is because they've deleted too many for violating community standards. I could care less because I ain't making no money off of it anyway. Tonight's episode, of course, is brought to you by PAL, my Chronic Silver, because I love getting canceled. Also because they have awesome products. I love my Chronic Silver, not scared to say so. It's bailed me out quite a few times. If you are looking for really good products, that is not the usual over-the-counter stuff. I'm telling you guys, this stuff is the bomb diggity. I love it. So my Chronic Silver, everybody out there in the chat, what's going on, K-Love? Hi to you as well. Patrick7, there you are. Patrick, you knew I was going to say something about silver. Who else we got? Burke Springs. Man, welcome you guys to the chat tonight. I really appreciate you tuning in. And if you don't mind, hit the button, a little like, share, subscribe, pass it around to your friends. You know, the guest that we got tonight, it's going to be worth sharing around and watching. So, also the Sovereign Hell Summit. Remember, October the 27th through the 31st. Yeah. All the gear in the world don't matter if you don't have your health. Your health is your number one prep, y'all. I'm still working on mine, shaving those pounds, keep on doing the things, chasing chickens and turkeys, keep me in shape. Health is where it's at. If you don't have it, then all that other stuff is just stuff. And May, Mountain Readiness Expo, our spring. Look here, guys. If you ain't got your ticket, shame on you. We got more and more stuff. Just keep getting piled on there. We've got live music Friday night. We got live music Saturday night. We've got raffles. We've got awesome classes. We're going to do chicken processing. You're going to have to sign up because I need to know how many chickens that I got to bring in there for y'all to do the things to. If you've ever said, man, I need to take this to the next level because food sovereignty, and knowing where your food comes from is super important in this day and age. And in case you haven't turned on the news, we already starting to have some issues. So we've already went through this a few years ago with the big C word pandemic, of how quickly shelves can be cleaned out. If you have a victory garden, if you have chickens in the backyard and you know how to process them and all that kind of stuff, you don't have to worry about those big chain stores. So make sure to get your tickets at mountainreadiness.com. Last but not least, we are live for Texas Mountain Readiness. March of, I can't even remember. It's March. There we go. March 24th to the 26th. We are going to be in Grapeland, Texas, right on Lake Salmon. It's going to be awesome. It's gorgeous out there. And of course, it's not hotter than the fires of Gehenna Hell in March, usually. So we can actually enjoy ourselves a little bit without melting. So put that on your calendars. Oh, and I forgot Joe Dolio, Mountain Readiness, Montana, guys, out there west, if you can make it, July 24th through 26th. 80 acres of awesomeness. Of course, Joe is an awesome instructor. We've got a ton of people, ton of really cool giveaways that actually I just got some passed on to me today, or actually yesterday. Today I was chasing around chickens and putting windows in. So, got to make a buck. But that's it. Without further ado, let's talk about tonight's guest. If you don't know him, shame on you. Sergeant Major, retired, Mr. Karl Erickson brings over 25 years of military experience, including 18 years in U.S. Army Special Forces, a highly decorated operator with 3 Bronze Stars. He has trained and led elite units across the full spectrum of special operations. Today, Karl continues that mission as Director of Special Projects at Ex Umbris International, preparing military, law enforcement, and private sector teams for the threats of tomorrow. And I will say and go right out on the limb wholeheartedly, probably one of the best tactical training institutions that we have right here in the good old US of A. So without further ado, Mr. Karl Erickson.
How you doing, buddy?
What's going on, man? Is that a quadruple shot?
Actually, it is 6 shots of espresso with a little bit of frothed Italian sweet cream in it, because I'm not full often, I guess. So I like a little cow in my coffee. Nothing wrong with that.
There's nothing wrong with that. And I love your coffee, but only as 1 to 2, because at three on, I have heart palpitations.
Where'd you get that bio on me, man? It was like you were reading it at my funeral or something. I'm like, damn.
I mean, the original one is like 3 pages long, Karl, so quit doing all that awesome crap.
Have a bio
I had to downsize it.
Yeah,
I had to downsize it.
I appreciate
downsized a paragraph because we only got like 50 minutes left. So after I read your bio, if I did the full thing that you published, we'd have like 10 minutes to talk.
Yeah, that's fair. That is fair. So how you doing, buddy?
Oh, doing amazing, man. Doing amazing. Raising chickens, turkeys, the homestead out here, all the stuff we're doing.
If you guys haven't met his turkeys, you think turkeys, we think wild turkeys or turkeys frozen at Walmart. His turkeys came right up, sat right down next to my wife and let my wife pet it. And I was like, thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's livestock. But I fell in love with that turkey. I really did.
Hey, man, whenever you are ready for your own, I will hand deliver. I will hand deliver you a turkey or turkeys.
Turkeys.
They need friends.
Yeah,
they need friends.
That wouldn't be fair to the turkeys. That wouldn't be fair.
You're right. So I will hand deliver you a couple turkeys.
A couple turkeys.
Have you had turkey eggs? Have you ate turkey eggs?
I never have. I haven't. I had an ostrich egg once. That was a little weird. I've had duck eggs and stuff. That's going to be a weird one for you. I've had snake eggs. I've actually had snake eggs. Yeah.
I've heard of it. I've heard of that.
Yeah. Don't do it. Don't do it.
It's that bad. I have not had snake eggs. I've had some pretty weird stuff. I can tell you that. I can tell you that turkey eggs are better than chicken eggs. They're like real light, fluffy.
Oh, they're really?
So I'll bring you some turkey eggs to Mountain Readiness. Scramble them up. You're going to love them. They're amazing.
I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to Mountain Readiness. I really am. I've got a busy training calendar. Got a ton of classes lined up. I literally get back from Texas and then roll straight into getting ready for a bunch of other classes that run all through April. I've got precision rifle and combat pistol, combat carbine, CQB pistol carbine. Right at the end of April, I get back. Last one is 26, 27 April. And then I've got 1 day to pack for Mountain Readiness. And then I'm driving to Harmony, North Kakalaki, looking forward to it. And we are going to have us a blast. We really are. I'm excited about it.
It is going to be awesome. And look, guys, we didn't even get into the whole thing. So we've got Billy and William Bond that are they're permaculture, some of the best permaculture guys in the country. Hands down.
Actually, I saw your post today about it. Is that one of the guys that was talking about taking Bradford pears, these decorational trees? And
now that That is actually Regenerative Orchards. That's Tim. And Tim will be doing you need this class right here.
Yes.
Actually, there's a couple classes you need, Carl.
Yeah.
One, you need to take Tim's class, but he's going to do tree propagation and grafting. And then I've got William Bond, who he studied with all the big, he went over to Australia with Jeff Lawton. He's Joel Salatin, all the different people. He's going to be teaching composting, which is huge because that's what that huge orchard that you have needs, is some really good soil.
Ain't that the cool part, guys? Literally the instructors, guys like me that are teaching classes, we want to go take other people's classes. That's how awesome this event is going to be. I'm excited. I really am. I'm bringing Randy, Randy worst case scenario survival. And he's excited to go. And then Emery Morgenstern, not going back to the war yet. So he's excited to go there. And we're going to have this a great time indeed.
Well, and the classes, guys, like, I haven't put out the classes. I've got them all. I'm getting them all listed. So here within the next week, I'm going to put it on the website. You can see what classes you're going to get, what your ticket's getting you. But I can tell you some of those classes are hands-on sheep processing. We're going to bring a ram in there. We're going to process it, and we'll probably eat some of it. I don't know. I'll see if Shane's coming, and we'll throw a lamb shank on the grill or something. Chicken processing. No, Patrick, you can't have your chicken unless you want to buy it from me because they're my chickens. And so I'm letting you defile my chickens just so you learn the ways that you need to learn, the old ways of our ancestors. So if you want to buy that chicken, I'll sell it to you. Otherwise, it's my chicken. It goes back in the cooler. So, hey man, that's a lot of money. That's a lot of money. Like, it's not every day a guy's like, yeah, go ahead and just, touch up all over my chicken, come on, come on. So hands-on chicken processing, it's included. The ram processing included. Tree propagation. You're actually going to do tree grafting and propagation with Tim.
Yeah, I need to get it.
It's included. The composting. We're going to do compost. We're going to build a hot mulch composting pile, which is fabulous. I can tell you the dirt like we're getting off of this now that I had William come out here and iron out some of the things I was doing wrong. Man, you want to talk about make that garden pop? That's where it's at. So what do you talk about? Wait a minute. Is this just a ploy to get us to process all your chickens? No,
I saw that.
Not at all. Not at all. I mean, if you want, I can charge like I have before where you buy your own chicken and all that kind of stuff. I mean, it's all in the same. But and if you process our chickens for us, so what? It's about the experience and it's about the knowledge. That's all it's about, Patrick. It's about the knowledge. I see Joey's in the house. How are you doing, Joey? She where'd she go? There she is.
There.
Well,
she's there.
Yeah, she's there. She's
Teresa.
It's hard to see Joey sometimes, even in the chat.
You got to have her stand up.
Joey, could you stand up so that we could see you in the chat?
Pick a larger font to type in. Now, I got to say thank you publicly to Joey because when the last CanCon, which is right after Mountain Readiness, Bob's like, you got to come set up a booth, Carl, and I'm not a booth babe. I don't like sitting in a booth. So I set it up and I was like, I'm going to sit here. I made it 3.5 minutes and I had to leave the booth. So you left a lot. 3 minutes per hour and just abandoned the booth, completely abandoned it. But Joey saved the day on day 2. She manned my booth for me. And
now hold up, yours truly was there at that booth as well.
No, you did day 1 for me, but you're the villain that talked me into going. So I kind of blamed you. But Joey, she, out of the goodness of her heart, she just stood there on her little soapbox so everybody could see her over the top of the table. And,
I utilized Joey as well. I had her do the drawing. And I was like, hey, Joey, watch the booth for me for just a second. Because then now and again, I would split out of there too. I mean, I had to, man. You gotta go pee.
You're
now
right,
and again.
dude. You gotta.
But now this CanCon, Emery drug you into this one.
Yeah, I wasn't planning on coming this time. Don't get me wrong, guys. If you want to shoot suppressors and you want to see a lot of cool stuff, CanCon, it's a great event, but it's not anywhere as awesome as Mountain Readiness is. But for me, trying to sell classes, I didn't think it was worth my bang for the buck per se. But Emery wants to go. He's asked me to go. So if anybody's going to CanCon, Bob will be there. I'm going to hang out with your crew, man. With this group of people, I am going to CanCon because half the chat room is family, and they're going to be there, right? You got Caleb's. I'm hoping coming down to CanCon. I'm hoping Joey comes again this year. And of course, Bob will be there, Teresa and everybody. So we
be a full house again.
More fun at the campsite, hanging out with the family than I do at the booth. So, but I'll have Emery.
However,
good time.
Yeah, is Emery still doing the little parachute in thing? Did that get approved yet or not?
Sue LaRue got with. One of the big sponsors of CanCon this year is Maxim Defense, and Sue works for Maxim Defense. So they were supposed to pay Sue and Emery to parachute in. But the reality is, you saw Mountain Readiness. Where are they going to land? They're going to land on one of the shooting ranges. They can't land in a parking lot. They'll end up taking out some poor innocent bystander standing there with a corn dog in one hand and a beer in the other. This ain't going to work. It's just
this sounds like it definitely needs to happen is what it sounds like based off of what you just said. I was like, this is going to be awesome.
So, we'll see. Having them parachute into this crowded area is kind of like setting up a golf ball driving range right next to a full baseball stadium.
This is gonna be so awesome. I can't wait. Yeah, I hope they actually.
It's gonna be a train wreck. Is what it's gonna be.
Well, yeah, and guys,
whenever Sue says he's gonna do something, you've got to take that with a grain of salt.
Yeah, that's true. Or maybe it. Well, yeah, you're right. You're right. So now look, guys. So different from last year, CanCon. So Rico Off Grid magazine that runs CanCon, they're like, hey, we want to flip flop and not step on toes, and we want to come to Mountain Readiness. We want Mountain Readiness to come to ours. So guys, CanCon East in South Carolina at the Clinton House is the weekend after Mountain Readiness. So we have Mountain Readiness May 1st, 2nd, 3rd, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Monday, Tuesday, you have 2 classes. We've got Intro to Pistol, and then we got Combat Pistol.
Combat Pistol, yeah.
And then I think Emery is still playing around if he wants to try to do anything else.
No, he is doing a class on Wednesday, but that is a private class for my patrons. You got to understand if you're not a patron for Tactical Rifleman, you're missing out for one thing.
Yes.
But he's doing a special class just for patrons. It doesn't cost them a dime. Free class. There's other stuff that goes into it, but that's kind of private for the patrons. And then we've got a bunch of patrons here in the chat room that I see. That's cool. That's
absolutely
cool. But Monday and Tuesday are public classes, pistol fundamentals, and then combat pistol. And Caleb just took pistol fundamentals on Friday, just a couple days ago, and I think she can tell the chat room it doesn't matter if you're new to a pistol, literally brand new, scared to take it out of the box, or if you're a IPSC Grandmaster, Emery is going to make you a better pistol shooter. He really will. And then combat pistol, we have changed from what combat pistol was last year. It is a completely new POI for this year, and it's going to be a lot more dynamic, more moving. We're not you need to have your draw down before you show up for that class, because we're not pissing away half a day doing that anymore. It is, you're going to be running and gunning with that pistol. It's going to be a good time.
Yes.
I'm excited about it.
We added another class for Mountain Readiness too, guys. So women's AR class at Mountain Readiness, it's included. Third year, everybody loves it. If you've already taken it, take again, because it's the basics, brushing up on those fundamentals, those principles. But I was like, let's do something new, Karl. Can we do an all women's pistol class? And he was like, absolutely.
Absolutely. You know, I just hate it when a guy shows up to class to get training, and I'm like, how many guns do you own? He goes, oh, dude, I own like 36 guns. I'm like, how many did you bring with you? 2. I'm like, where are the rest of them? Well, they're at home with the wife. I'm like, oh, okay, does she know how to use them? She don't really want to train. Well, okay, it's not that she doesn't want to train. She don't want to train with you, the husband, because husbands shouldn't teach their wives certain things. There's just certain things, you know, that a husband shouldn't teach their wife. So go get, bring your wife, your girlfriend, hopefully not both at the same time, but bring them to women's only pistol. And it's no live ammo. It's nothing more than you bring the pistol that your husband says is your pistol. Because almost all guys say, well, this is the pistol I'm going to give my wife when, when the shit hits the fan. This is going to be the one she uses. I'm like, really? How many rounds does she have through it? Oh, she hasn't shot it yet. And I'm like, exactly. So anyways, that's why we're doing this class at Mountain Readiness. No, I've got all the dummy rounds. All I'm asking is that they bring a holster. It doesn't even got to be a good holster, to just hold it while they're using their hands for other things. And a couple empty magazines. I will have all the dummy rounds to take care of them. And we are going to go over stance, grip, sight alignment, trigger press, reloads, malfunctions, clearing the pistols, loading them. Lots of good stuff. 2 hours long, and it's going to be a great course indeed.
Well, now and you said there's certain things that you should not teach your wife, spouse, significant other, partner, and I will not teach Amber how to run the Bobcat. Number 1, she will do stupid stuff with it. 2, it makes it easier for her to bury my body. And I told her, I was like, look, if you're going to take me out, you're going to dig that hole by hand. I will not let you do anything else of using my Bobcat to dig that hole. You're going to dig it by hand. I want to see you pickaxing that thing out. But she's right there.
I'll give Amber a class on how to use your wood chipper, and then she don't have to dig a hole at all.
I know it. There you go. Another compost pile. And that's Amber, by the way, Rustic Roots. That's Amber's LLC for the farm. Nice. But, I tell you guys, I am lucky because my wife is a 3-time combat vet. She did all the things, 6 years LEO, 2 Purple Hearts, 3 tours, Afghanistan, Iraq, Kuwait. Wow. So, 8 years in the desert. Hearts? 2. 2 different deployments.
That's bad luck right there. That's some bad luck.
She got one, and then she decided to go back for another one. So, and then 6 years of law enforcement and then all the other stuff. But here's the thing is that I do not worry about if the bump in the night, I have to worry with Amber accidentally clipping me. If she does, she did it on purpose. That's a fact. That's fair. So, but for all you guys that don't train with your significant other, man, get them to Mountain Readiness and then have them stick around for these classes, because that's your first line of defense. Wouldn't you say? Like, the family needs to know at least, okay, here's the protocol. Bump in the night, this is what we do. Yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely. What is she saying now?
There's actually there's a scene in the movie The Outlaw Josie Wales. Remember, towards the end of the movie, they've made it out west. They've got the little shack, and the Redlegs are coming to surround the place, and or the Indian, I think it was the Redlegs, and he grabs everyone from grandma all the way down to the little blonde wife. Everyone, the old guy, everybody had to man a position in the defense of that little house. And Some of it's Hollywood, right? The TCCC was basically slap hot iron to it,
That doesn't work? Are you telling me that doesn't work?
You can cauterize bleeders. You can. It's not exactly the preferred technique. It's just not. Yeah.
Have you ever seen it in all of your days of doing the things?
I actually use it. It's called a bogey. It's a little battery-powered cauterizer. I used to keep one in my background, guys. I started my career as a Green Beret, as a Special Forces medic. So I have delivered 5 babies. I don't know how many gunshot wounds I've treated, but I've actually used that little bogey cauterizer to cauterize small bleeders while we were trying to get to a larger vessel to actually sew it back together.
Wow.
So
I didn't even know that was a thing.
Cauterize small bleeders, but I wouldn't. Why would you cauterize?
Because it's cool. Because it's cool.
Because it's cool, right? But I guess. I mean, I guess you could do that.
I guess. Now, speaking of cool, you and Byron just did, and K Love was out there too. I did not make it. I wanted to in a bad way. You guys just did the 2-day land navigation class.
Tactical land navigation. Man, that was fun. It really, really was. We got Kamenga to sponsor the course. That's the company that makes the lensatic compasses for the military, U.S. Military. So they had the actual tritium inserts in them so that they could do night land nav. And you can buy the cheaper version that's just luminous paint. But honest, it's worth the extra. I think it's $20 extra to get it with the tritium inserts. And actually, we hit them up for a promo code for those of you that didn't make the class. Kamenga.com, and you use Tactical Rifleman, all one word. It saves you 20% off of everything on their website. So if you want to get your hands on those compasses and everything else that they have there, they got a bunch of great products, and I appreciate them sponsoring us. But yeah, great course, very well received. And we are going to schedule it again, probably not till next winter, later this year. This was our first time ever teaching it, and Byron put a lot of love in. He had special maps made, and he went above and beyond. All the students that attended, you usually get a little student handout. Now they left with 4 spiral-bound student handouts so that they could continue to learn on their own just off of what Byron taught them over 2 days. All hands-on, pace counts, azimuths, GM angles. So you're converting it from the grid azimuth on the map to the magnetic azimuth while you're actually outside. And, because that changes if you're here in Western Kentucky versus where you're at in Appalachia. That GM angle is different, and it'll throw you off if you don't look at the margin of the map and use that correct GM angle. Little things like that you wouldn't even think about, because a lot of times you don't know what you don't know. And the people that would say, well, what makes this guy Byron qualified to do that? I thought he owned a gun company. He does own a gun company. He used to be the assault force sergeant major while I was the master sniper for the unit. But before that, he was a Green Beret Q course instructor at Fort Bragg, and try to guess what he taught. He, no joke, taught land navigation to all the Green Berets. So the guy knows his stuff when it comes to land nav. Great course.
Oh yeah, I do it in November so I can attend, because I'm pretty much so booked all the way up till the 1st of November.
Yeah, me too, buddy. Me too.
Finally,
I'm even booked in November.
Oh, well, December works too. It'll be a cold land. You got to move. You got to move to stay warm. So,
yeah, I know that.
So
I'll
take December.
And the thing about the winter, a lot of people don't like. They don't want to think about going to do training in the winter Well, to me, heat of the summer is the same way. So a lot of those shooting packages, I do at an indoor range. So it doesn't matter how cold, how much snow, or how hot it is. But for activities like land navigation, where you're moving and you can be bundled up, you don't have all the leaves on the tree to get in the way. You don't have the snakes. You don't have chiggers. You don't have the ticks. And that's kind of a big advantage. So I have done land navigation year round, and I don't mind setting up in a hide site in the middle of the winter. It doesn't bother me at all. I like rain. I like sleet. I like snow.
You definitely like rain.
I especially like rain because the bad guys are all feeling sorry for themselves, and it gives me free movement on the battlefield. It really does. Drones
that's a great point.
In it. And I love rain. I love rain. I especially love lightning. Lightning is my friend. It really is.
That clears.
Every time it goes boom, it's telling the bad guys they need to hunker down and hide, because nobody would be stupid enough to be out in this stuff. That's when I'm out in this stuff.
That's when you're out in it. I mean, that's a great point. And I don't know what you're talking about. You're killing chickens in December. No, I am not. We did this last year, and it started snowing. The water was icing up. I'm out now. We are not doing chickens in December. We are doing land nav.
You did it once.
We're doing land nav in December is what we're doing.
Land nav.
So
we got another class coming up very similar. It is tactical human tracking. Again, 2-day class. It's in early April, and Sue LaRue, a boy named Sue. Sue is teaching that. Sue is a world-renowned tracker. He was a Green Beret from 10th Group. They actually brought him into Kosovo to hunt down an enemy sniper. He's been flown all over the U.S. to help find civilians that were missing and lost. They brought him out to the National Training Center to actually hunt down a 5th Special Forces Group strategic reconnaissance team that was hiding at the National Training Center. They brought Sue out there, and Sue found them every day. Every day Sue found them. And they'd kill them, miles gear. And then they'd be like, holy shit, that's Sue LaRue. And then, the cadre would bring Sue back to life and send Sue back out there the next day with another patrol. And they would find that A-team again every day. And there's a bunch of Green Berets that have post-traumatic stress about Sue.
Waking up to Sue?
Waking up. You're looking at the spot and scope, and I'm like, I'll be damned. He found our tracks again. We can't get away from this guy.
And there's Sue again.
If you want to learn how to do it, again, Sue LaRue's teaching that class. And he's just a great instructor. I can't say enough about him. And that is 11 and 12 April. And I'm sad about it that the class is only half full. So anyways,
where are you guys doing it at?
We're doing it at Byron's property again. The same place we did the land navigation. And he's got everything he needs, from sandy areas to gravel areas to mowed grass to fields to woods, ravines, mud. Byron's property is one of those places that has got a little bit of everything. And the cool part is that allows Sue to show you how, hey, this is what an aged footprint looks like in the mud. Here's what an aged footprint looks like in sand. And anyways, he does a great job teaching. I'm excited. I will be in and out of that class because I have a tactical precision rifle class the very next day. But that range is an hour and a half away. So I've got to go set that up prior and then race back. So I will be in and out, but I won't be at his tracking class the whole time.
I can tell you that having that, those variables for tracking are awesome. I did a tracking class, and of course, a lot of it was a sand pit. And you're like, oh yeah, here it is. And he kneeled down and he did this and, you know, put a flashlight and it. Then I did a tracking class out in the woods with Brian with survival gear that's in the comments. Yep. And we were out in Kentucky, I believe it was, in the middle of nowhere, 1,500 acres. And that's a world of difference. You think you're good at tracking when you're staring at sand until you get out into the woods of Appalachia. And then all of a sudden, it's a whole different game changer. So that would be a great class for sure, especially with Sue. I'll see what.
The last time I took from here, he'll be showing you guys things like this. And this is it's a 3x5 card that's been printed. And basically when you find a track, you draw the pattern on it and think of how your sneakers are different than your boots or your hiking shoes. They all have different tread patterns, but you basically draw one, right? And there's one for left foot, right foot, and you keep notes, lengths, and all this other stuff. And you get good at this stuff. There might be 4 or 5 different prints, different people's prints. And then, you know, we think, well, I've got to follow where this guy went. What about if they split up? Who went which way? Who, right. You know, and he really does a good job. I thought I had, like you said, a couple small basic classes about it. They touch on it as a, you know, like a subtask in other courses I've been to. But I watched Sue teach it a couple times to my patrons, and then I enjoyed it so much I had him do an intro video for our YouTube channel, Tactical Rifleman. And I learned so much from him that I thought I already knew, and he basically showed me that I didn't know squat about the subject. And I want that to sink in, guys, because just because you think, well, yeah, I can follow a blood trail through the woods, or I can follow someone's tracks, or I can shoot a pistol, or I can do land navigation. One, we can always learn more. And 2, we don't know what we don't know. And 3, you know, and until you get out there and have somebody show it to you, that's the best way to go. You trying to teach yourself how to shoot or try to teach yourself how to track, and you're only going to get so good, you know, trial and error. Let's go to the pros for shooting, for medical, for tracking, for navigation that have already done all the trial and error and save yourself all that wasted time. So, you know, I applaud people like Crystal. Crystal is just, she's just trying to grab knowledge from everybody. And then I have people, I saw them at the Louisville Armory on Saturday and Sunday. There's all these people coming in, and they've got, you know, a $4,000 carbine with a $2,000 pistol. They're spending $200 worth of ammo in an hour, but they don't want to spend, you know, $350 to take a class. And I don't need a class. I already know how to shoot this thing. Yeah, I'm watching you. You're right. You're moving that trigger backwards. You are. It's going off. The gun's going off. But the people on my range are doing a little bit better than you guys are. So, anyways, funny stuff.
And plus moving around. Now, there's one of my shirts. I think I've got 6 now. I don't have as many shirts as I don't have as many shirts as Crystal does. Crystal's got like 20 or 30 of these things right now. Yeah. But I know I did combat pistol, carbine, and then I did advanced combat pistol carbine. That was we did the intro too. So that was 5 days there in Clarksville. And man, I didn't think that was some of the best range time, hands down, I've had. Learn more other than my face getting burned to pieces because the sun is facing the students and then it's behind you guys. So other than that,
for all the people in the chat room, how do we spell that for Bob? How do we spell that?
Hit me with it.
Wah, wah, wah. He just complained about my class because Bob was there, big orange ball. He just complained that the sun was out. I didn't.
I was hoping that you could get some rain. If we it would have had rain, it would have been perfect. I didn't complain about having to do push-ups. Remember, I didn't complain about having to do push-ups. Right? I did it. I gladly accepted my fate.
Not everybody does push-ups, but
sometimes you got to do push-ups. That's what happens.
Sometimes you got to.
Let's talk about some preparedness, because that's what it's about here, right? So
yes, very much so.
I know that your preps are good, but where do you think your deficiency is? Where would be number one deficiency?
Right now, my deficiency is I used to burn out a lot of buckets with my my Harvest Right freeze dryer. I have the large one. I don't have the massive one. I have the large one, 5 tray. It's not getting cold now, and I did my little Google search, and it says I need to bring someone in to check the gas on Freon, whatever it is. I'm like, I'm in Cadiz, Kentucky. Where can I find somebody that can service this thing? Do I pick it up and bring it to a refrigeration place? Do I pay for them to come to me? No, seriously, I'm asking the guys in the chat room who has had issues with their Harvest Right freeze dryer, because I've got two. And so have you contacted Harvest Right, and have you updated it recently? No.
That's the number one thing that you will have problems with the freeze dryers is updates. Now, we have the big commercial freeze dryer. It's the 7 tray commercial that is does 70 pounds of food. It's a monster, but we have the smaller one too. Those things have to be updated just like a computer. And Amber, and I'll have Amber shoot you a text. I'll get the stuff together. She actually has a Bluetooth thing that plugs into our Harvest Right freeze dryer, so she can control it from her phone, and she can do updates and everything with this new little Bluetooth setup. It is phenomenal, and it lets you get way more in depth on your freezing times and the heats for different things. You got to adjust your temperature. If you're doing candy, certain stuff's got to be pre-warmed, stuff like that. This takes a lot of the guesswork out of it. So number one, contact Harvest Right and see if it needs update. I will get with Amber and I will send you some info. Also, guys, if you want a freeze dryer, it just so happens that Mountain Readiness is an affiliate for Harvest Right. If you go to our affiliate page, you can get you a big old discount. And then, of course, we get a little commission for doing the things and running.
Yeah, guys, if you don't have one, use Bob's affiliate code so he gets credit. But I'm here to tell you that is money well spent right there. Very much money well spent. I got a ton of stores, but you need renewables, and like you've seen my fruit tree orchard, right? I have What do I got? 197 fruit trees. How do you get 197 fruit trees? You plant 250 fruit trees, and that gives you 197 because they keep dying off. Like I said, I don't have turkeys yet. My neighbor does chickens. I have my little auxiliary around the hill. But see, my wife is scared to death of snakes. And her mom, who had 16 kids in her family, told my wife that one time in her childhood, she went to the chicken coop and there was a chicken snake. So my wife, with her phobia, of course, assumes if I buy a chicken coop kit, it comes with a chicken snake. So I'm not allowed to have chickens right now. But she's warming up to the idea. She is.
Well, here's what you got to tell her, Karl, is that the black snakes will get in there and eat the eggs and get underneath.
It doesn't matter what color it is. My wife is not racist at all. She hates all snakes.
Here's the best part. Here's the best part. Chickens love eating snakes. They eat all snakes. Like I'm not even kidding you. When I grew up in a lot of the Ozarks of Missouri, copperheads are all over. There's copperheads everywhere in Missouri. I don't know what it is.
Yeah,
they will tear them apart. They will fight over them. The copperheads don't even hurt them. like the venom doesn't hurt the chicken.
Really?
They will rip them apart and eat that snake. You will not have any copperheads on your property if your
now,
chickens
why
are
didn't you
roaming
tell
free.
me this 2 years ago? I might be able to get the wife to.
I'm hitting you right here. So they will take care of the snake. It's a snake kind of snake, yes, but they eat those kinds of snakes. So we actually have 100 baby chicks out here because 100 a month we'll be raising out this year.
Yeah.
And these things are not even 2 weeks old. And right now we've got the big the big pond in the front yard. Yeah. And the frogs are everywhere. These not even 2 week old chickens are killing and eating the frogs, taking them all out. There is frog bodies laying everywhere. These little bitty chicks, these cute little chicks. And then Amber, she decided she was going to do a live cam. So she's got Rustic Roots here. Now, guys, the cam isn't on right now. She's gone. She'll be home. She'll set it back up. But she puts the cam in with these little chicks, and all of a sudden these chicks, it's a bloodbath. They're just tearing up frogs, killing frogs left and right. People are like, oh my gosh, what are the chickens doing? They don't understand that chickens are carnivores. They eat meat. It isn't just a grain thing. They're about, and so snakes, they will take all the snakes out in a second. So you need those. You tell Dana that takes care of all your snake problems right there.
There you go.
So put a sign up that says no snakes.
I just need chickens. Now, I think my dogs would do good with the chickens once they realized that the chickens were not on the menu.
Yes. Yeah. And then and Amber said if you call Harvest Right, they'll send you a list of nearby technicians as well.
Nice. Okay. All right. That's that's what I needed right there. Okay. Cool.
Yes.
Cool.
So that's taken care of now. What else do we have here? We've got, we'll just go down the list of a couple. Don't touch Mel's Jello shots. And for that matter, there's not a lot that I will accept from Mel when it comes to things of that nature. So that's a no. Carl, do you need any more onions this year? From David.
Yeah, David, for sure. I'm a big fan of those, and guys, who doesn't like good onions? So, David, if you can make it to Mountain Readiness, or at least please come stop by. I'd love to see you, buddy, for sure. You never have enough onions. That's like asking if you have enough green peppers and stuff. You never have enough
ammo.
Yeah.
Andrew
around to make you salad.
Exactly. Juice salad.
What is the most under-practiced skill when coming to shooting? Honest, guys, it doesn't matter if we are doing flat range work, if we're going to be going in the shoot house, working barricades or whatever. Our warm-up that we do is always with a pistol. It doesn't matter if we're doing rifle, whatever. We always warm up with pistol. And just working single shot from the holster, and draw proper stance, grip, sight alignment, everything, trigger press, and follow through, and then go back to the holster. We just warm up, dry fire 10, 12 reps, and then just do 10 live shots. And the reason why that works is because everything from this applies to this. The stance and everything is the same. So to me, firearm wise, if you can master the fundamentals, it's easy for me to ask you to then do all the cool fun stuff, run around, run and gun. But a lot of people just want to take classes that just do all the fun pew stuff, and they're not getting any better at the marksmanship end of it. And people are worried about having a 1 second draw, so they're pushing for speed, but their shot group is the whole steel plate. That's not what you need. Get the accuracy first, and then speed comes. You will keep forever getting faster and faster and faster and faster. You start at a 2.5 second draw, and you'll go down to 1 second. But if you start and fight for a 1 second draw right out of the gate and your accuracy is terrible, your accuracy is never going to improve. You're going to get it down to a 0.9, but you're still going to be all over the place. And that's not what I need. I need you to be accurate first, and then accurate and fast. And then I will teach you how to be accurate and fast while moving. And you'll find you become a much better, more well-rounded gunfighter if you master the fundamentals first.
Absolutely.
I hope I answered that question well enough.
And Andrew, you going to make it back out, Andrew? You coming this year? If you do, you need to get out there and put yourself on the range with Karl, because Andrew did a class we did last February before last with Alan Kay. We did a grid down 3-day, no heat in the woods survival. We almost all froze to death, except for Alan. Alan, he didn't freeze to death. The rest of us pretty much so froze to death. But great class. Alan's is a great guy, and hopefully he can. Or Andrew, I just called him Alan. Andrew is a great guy. Hopefully you can come out, Alan, if you can, or Andrew, if you can.
Andrew,
like I said, Andrew. There he is again. He said, "Not this year." What? Okay, he's coming to Texas though. I'll give you a pass for that one. So what did you end up doing? Did you use all your vacation or something? Come on, man. Let's go. Get back out here. This is where the cool kids hang out. Plus Emery will be there, and he makes great coffee.
Yeah,
so
he makes good coffee. Good coffee.
You know what? What do you think? Currently the world, we got Venezuela went down. Now we've got Iran, all this craziness still going on. At this point in time, man, Epstein files.
Cuba's next.
Cuba is next.
Yeah,
yep.
Cuba is next. Not saying the U.S. government's not interfering down there, but I don't think Cuba will be a military intervention. I think they're going to try to do that one from inside. But how they did it was Cuba got all its oil from Venezuela. And so Cuba is screwed right now. Cuba is really screwed.
Because we have all that oil.
Yeah, the whole world is feeling it at the gas pump right now, only because the straits have been closed. But that's not going to stay that way very long. And now I saw some ass clown on the internet saying that the U.S. is going to be able to get so much oil and everything when they take over Iran. Guys, do you understand? They make it on these little video clips. They make it look like it's a conservative guy on the video that's officially saying that this is what the government's doing. But if you look at the picture real close, number one, it's like some guy in a cheap suit speaking at a town hall meeting. Trust me, he does not represent the U.S. government, not at all. And it's somebody pretending to be a conservative, because we don't ever get any money from the oil in Iraq. We're not going to get any money from the oil in Venezuela. We're not. There will be certain companies that might benefit here or there, but it's not going to be the U.S. government. And it's going to be the same thing with Iran. We are losing our ass money-wise in Iran. It is going to be expensive for us, but that's not why we're doing it. We're doing it because since the late 70s, they've been screaming death to America, and they've reached a point where they're almost at the point to where they could hurt America bad. And we finally have a president born with testicles that's willing to do something. So anyways, what do I know? I only spent most of my career in the Middle East working with all of those people. So I don't know. It's not
it's not like you didn't do it for, years and years and years. I mean, well, and that's why I wanted to ask too. I mean, where do you think we're heading for, what should people be doing at this point in time? Because just like Patrick Seven said out here about, he ordered some stuff and his stuff is stuck up in the straits right there, import, stuff like that. Do we have some craziness on the horizon here?
Yes, you do. It's probably not going to hit till September when crops start coming in. And that's because, the springtime, that we're coming up on planting season for a lot of our commercial food that goes to the grocery stores. And but this really isn't going to hurt us too bad till September timeframe. That's where you're going to see it. But understand it started now, and that's dealing with ammonia that is used in a lot of the fertilizers and everything else. But anyways, it's not as simple as saying, hey, we're worried about them shooting a rocket at us. One thing I will say is, for your personal security, don't freak out real bad. I stay out of the cities, because you're going to have little sleeper cells. Like they just had a couple nutbag, devil worshiping Muslims that tried to detonate a bomb in New York City. Fortunately, it didn't go off. All right. But there's a lot of things that the FBI interdicts that never make the news. And this is all year long, every year. There's a lot of attacks that don't make the news because they're stopped before the attacks happen. And they're starting to see an uptick in that already. So y'all saw the guy down in Austin, Texas with the sweatshirt with Allah's name on it. I hate to say it, but that's not the last active shooter like that you're going to see. So
no. Well, here's the other thing, what you were just talking about with the fertilizers and things like that are going to be not making it over here to during September. Look, guys, here's something that people, if you're into regenerative homesteading, you're like, yay, good, we're not spraying chemicals and pesticides, Here's the problem. Here's the problems, guys. The dirt, the soil is so dead because of constantly being tilled and sprayed and beat to pieces. Without it, it won't grow. So even though that food is not good because it's been sprayed down, what's worse, bad food or no food?
Yeah, exactly.
Right? And that's what we're facing, guys. So number one for me, what I'm telling all you guys, get them gardens. Right now, you should be starting gardens for most of the United States, unless you're way up north. And hell, they've been having some crazy warm weather anyway. So get them victory gardens. It's a thing. You should be doing something, and get you a couple chickens. Then come to Mountain Readiness. I show you how to turn them into rotisserie chickens. So
nice.
What do you, so September is what we're looking at for everything to kind of get a little crazy and get it. What is Karl?
I won't say like crazy, like bad attacks are going to be happening, but crazy as in the prices in the grocery stores are going to go nuts. And what happens then? Now you've got food shortages and people hoarding. Then you've got empty store shelves, and I'm not saying it's gonna happen, but it is possible for it to get out of hand and start snowballing. Because right now we don't know what's gonna happen with everything else. We really don't. So it could get ugly. It really could.
And you're right, Patrick. So for all y'all diesel people out there, it's called delete. That's what you do with that.
Yeah, my Gladiator's a diesel. When I got my Gladiator to tow the Target trailer, I went with a diesel, and I want to delete it, but that voids my warranty, so I want to wait till my warranty runs out. But yeah, that's 1 mile after my warranty runs out, I am deleting that for sure.
Get that off there. Tammy Sell Hutchins, thanks for joining us. I know you got potatoes, onions, and carrots in the ground for sure. Guys, Tammy will be teaching at Mountain Readiness. She'll be doing a bunch of stuff on herbs. If you have not checked her out, check out Happy Ladies on Facebook. She'll be with us in May teaching. She'll be there at the Sovereign Health Summit. She can't make it up to Montana, and I know I just saw Tom ask if you were going to be in Montana, but you guys, you're on your trip. You're doing the when we're doing our Montana event. Oh no, you got you are at a different thing in Montana. July, isn't that what it is? July 24th through the 26th. You guys got your own deal going on, don't you, Karl?
July.
Yeah, July 24th to the 26th. I think Randy Worse, he's got something going on like a couple weeks after it or something.
Every summer, Randy goes up into Montana to work with the Gold Star kids from our, a lot of our deceased veterans had kids. We call, if you're not familiar with the military, we call that a Gold Star family if one of the parents has been killed in combat. And what some charities do is they take the Gold Star kids, which a lot of them are, they're over 21 now. And Randy takes them out in the woods in Montana and does survival classes with them. So he goes and spends his summer up there, doesn't make a dime doing it. He's a great human being. I'm actually I'm taking the whole month of July off, right? This is our 250th anniversary of the greatest nation to ever grace this planet. And don't get me wrong, Rome was here for 800 years, right? But I kind of like our weapons laws better, and we got so much better of a country. We really do, guys. A lot of people don't realize that we've got 2 oceans. We've got Great Lakes, not just lakes. We've got Great Lakes. Our lakes are so big, they've got tides. We've got 2 separate mountain ranges. We've got trees that are 300 feet tall, cool deserts, rock climbing, rivers. So anyways, for 250th anniversary of this great planet, I'm not going to DC. I'm not doing, I'm going to see more of this beautiful country. So I'm taking a whole month of July off on the Tactical Rifleman Overland team. We've got a bunch of Jeeps. We're putting our little off-road campers behind them. We're going to start in Yellowstone. We're going to do Glacier National Park, a whole bunch of other. We're actually going to go visit Randy while he's out there. A lot of people, I mentioned he's a war hero. There's a town out there that, no joke, has a bronze bust of Randy Worse. So we're going to go get a group photo around Randy's bust.
That is awesome.
So yeah,
he
that's
deserves
what in July.
You deserve it. You deserve it. You work hard all the time, dude. Carl. You need to get a break. You need to do cool, fun stuff now and again. Time. It's the one thing that we can't never have back. But boy, we wasted a lot chasing a dollar. So sometimes you just got to do that. Well, the hour is up. What do you want to leave all of these fine people with?
If you guys are interested in training, Mountain Readiness, great place to start. If not, if you want to train with a very professional crew, because all I bring in are subject matter experts that I would want to teach me. Byron, Emery, Randy, guys like that. So if you want to train, you want to check out our training calendar, you can go to tacticalrifleman.com. We will be at Mountain Readiness, but I have got a swamped calendar nonstop. I'm taking July off. That's it. The rest of my year is packed. We even got tactical lever gun this year. That's the gun I'm using in the class. We've got a little bit of everything, and CQB, shoot houses, precision rifle, lots and lots of training. Battle Rifle 1, Battle Rifle 2. Good stuff. And again, you can check them out at tacticalrifleman.com. But I look forward to seeing all of you guys at Mountain Readiness in May. And then again, the whole summit there in October also. It's going to be a great, great course indeed.
Absolutely. I appreciate you coming on here, Carl. I know you're always busy. It's hard to pull away from anything, but looking forward to hanging out come May and sharing a campfire.
I've got a live stream tomorrow night we're actually doing it on X. If you want to call in, Bob, I don't do this sexy video stuff you got. It's just me. They all like to zoom in on me and stuff.
There's only
you call in tomorrow night.
Absolutely. And there's only so much room for that much sexiness. I mean, you've got it covered, Carl. You've got it covered.
I got to turn it down so my nipples harden up a little bit, you know?
Yeah, you can't be cutting glass with those things. So on that note, y'all stay safe, stay ready. We'll see you next Monday. Appreciate you guys tuning in.